Really low. Hey, good morning. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. Hope you're all doing well. It's about 7:13 on Sunday, so we're about 2 hours late, but it's Sunday, so it is what it is. Anyway, good morning. Hope this is 5 a.m. Mester Scrum, where we talk about Agile and Scrum in a practical and tactical sense. Try to give you some ideas and tidbits on how to get home to your family and friends to enjoy their company, like enjoying this one right here, right? And also to grow your business, help you be more productive so that you can make more money for your company, for yourself, maybe one day, and free up time so you can do all those extra ideas and the things you want to do on the weekends and with family and friends. And hopefully de-stress a little bit. We'll see. Sometimes it's stressful. And this is episode 181. So I thought I wrote down what I wanted to talk about this morning. And problem was I couldn't figure out what it was. So that is one of the things about writing notes down and stories. And when you write the little captured like ideas, I'll give you an example. So, but I am going to talk about something about it's okay not to know right away the answer that you're looking for. And it's okay not to provide an answer right away if you want to take some time to look at it. So many people are looking for the snap answer, right? Got to have the answer. You need to know every answer to everything on every planet. And that's why people attend so many meetings. What's going on? This is going on all different time. But now it's dawning on me. People attend meetings at work, all these meetings, because they think they need to know everything. And in this episode, I want to talk about it's okay. You don't need to know everything. You can go back and take some time and find out the answer. If you had to know everything, your brain would explode, right? Some things are important, but you don't need to know everything, what everybody's doing. And that's why everybody's time goes crazy. That's why you're spending 60 hours a week doing things, spending all this time in endless meetings and status briefings so that you know the answers to everything. And I'm so amazed how people get asked to know what's going on things. And it dawned on me in the PI presentation, they had the RTEs giving reports on the various teams. Stop it. You okay? You good? Okay. So, and this is one of the things that, people just do things that just drive you nuts. Not like anybody in this room, nor cattails, nor kids that are now coming in and trying to get my attention. As soon as I hit live, it's 17 and doing live it's probably a comedy show. We had to do clips of comedy clips or something. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. The people get asked to know everything about all their teams, and they don't need to know all that information. And I think it's not right to ask, and you put stress on it. So what made me think about it was yesterday. We went to a machine model engineers show. I'll put some video clips on the LinkedIn page. It was really neat. It was neat. They got 1800s types of machinery and steam and things like that. So it was pretty cool. And one gentleman walked up. My son and I were checking out this popcorn maker and just looking at how it was. And this one guy asked me, he says, "Do you know what it is?" And me, I see a popcorn maker, and I said, "Oh, it's a steam-made popcorn maker, blah, blah, blah." So I assumed I already knew the answer. And this goes to, having discussions about user stories, and I assume I know what the customer wants and why you need to take it in small bites and hand it out, because it may not be what they meant. And you don't want to spend months and months working on something and discovering that's not what that was. Well, it was actually a steam-powered peanut roaster that they would put on horse-drawn carriages, and he attached a popcorn maker. So it had a steam-powered popcorn maker and a steam-powered peanut roaster that they would take and go in the back of carriages, which is pretty neat, right? So I definitely wasn't thinking that. I was just thinking it was a simple popcorn maker that the guy rigged up, or some old version of a popcorn maker that would help steam up and pop popcorn. I was wrong. So if I would have said, "Yeah, I know. Don't worry. Don't tell me. I already know the answer," because I hear that in work all the time. People will ask you, "Hey, I want to do this," and people are so quick to respond, "Yes, I know," when they really don't know. Let the conversation happen. Let it mature. Let it go. Get some more information. Don't assume that you already know what it is. This is a fatal flaw that everybody has. I had that. Like I said yesterday, guy was going to tell me what it was. I was kind of like, yeah, I know. I know everything, right? I know it all. I'm an Agile coach. Sad. But I let it go, and he proceeded to go ahead and tell me, which is cool because I learned a lot about that machine and how it worked. So the other day, a more Agile related one. So the guy I'm coaching in New Zealand asked me a question about impact mapping, and I really didn't know, 'cause I haven't really done it before, and I think I've done it like once in one class, and that was it. And that was years ago that I did it, and I haven't really used it before since then. But I wasn't sure, right? And I had to be honest with them. I said, I have an idea what I think it is, but I don't know if this is the right item or description. And sometimes you have to be able to admit that you don't know, right? It's okay. And say, hey, let me get back to you and see if I can't find some information on what it really is in the Agile world. So what I was doing, and I drew a little picture on the intro, right? So what I was doing when he said impact mapping, I was thinking, because we were having a risk discussion, I was thinking more impact versus probability matrix mapping or graphic, where on one side you put the impact, 1 being low, 5 being high, and the probability like 10% to 100%, and then you map it where it's going to be and what do you want, what's your risk, right? Because we had a risk conversation. So in my mind, I was thinking impact versus probability matrix, but in reality, what they were talking was impact mapping, where you write the goal, you put the actors in and the impacts for each one of the actors, and then the deliverables for each one of those impacts. And then the final end, from an Agile perspective, you write user stories in the end that kind of map to this final deliverable. And the user story has people, impacts, what they're going to deliver, and then you write the story from that. So it's like, as something, I want this so that this, and that's your user story. So you use these 3 items to write your reader's user story. So I am an actor, so that I get a deliverable. Well, hold on. I'm an actor. I want this deliverable so that I have this impact. That's how you do that. So in reality, it wasn't that. So what I did tell them, it's okay. You don't have to have all the answers to everything. So they might ask you a question. Well, let me look that up, and I'll get back to you. As long as you get back to people in a reasonable amount of time, it's good, because they know you took it serious and you went and did it. So I just want to share in this show, which we're going to keep low on just the one topic. It's okay not to know the answer right away, and be open to saying, well, I really don't know, or I'm not too sure, or make sure I understand what it is. Can you tell me a little more about it? And maybe you can do some more research, and I'll get back to you on what it would be. But this is also why we do sprints, and when we try to break the work down in smaller pieces. You may have one idea. Like I said, I had the impact matrix in my mind, and the other person had an impact mapping in their mind. 2 different visions of what people are saying. If I would have went off and said, I know the answer, it's this, but in reality it was this, because they're talking about it in a different context, it's 2 different things, right? So having a conversation, this is my thought, this is what they wanted, right? 2 totally different items. So it's okay to have that break and to figure out and talk about what it is more. Don't assume you know the answer. I assume I don't know the answer. I can always give my best shot. And then I'll get back and follow up and say, I think it's this, right? A lot of times people want answers to solutions right away too. And I said, can you give me like a day to kind of look at it and see what it is before I start rambling off responses and answers and solutions to stuff, to different items. So I just want to share that with you. I may make mistakes also. I make assumptions, even though I'm an agile coach and I'm trained in all this stuff, but I try to catch myself right before I make that. And as you get better at this, you go, wait a minute. I don't know the answer to everything, but let me go see if I can't help you out and help get rid of that blocker for you. And at that, we're going to say, take care, enjoy. If you have anything left in your weekend, you might be starting, actually, if you're on the other side of the world, you're already on a Monday. We're getting there. And you have a great day. Hit the little bell, ring it, and see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye. Enjoy. Happy scrumming.